Hi Scorpio, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a read for you and that other person, or you and who, and just keep in mind that that other person or who could be it could be a significant other, it could be a spouse, it could be a person of interest, even a friend or family member. Now I've had a lot of also new subscribers as well as current subscribers say, hey, this, Michelle, this actually was a situation for me, one side versus the other. And so, feel free to play with it that way, because that's typically happens. Okay. So just, take it as you see fit. Feel free to reverse the message from one side to another, and reverse the messages. That might help with you as well. So this is going to be for all Scorpio sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus signs. Okay. It's a general read, so that goes without saying. So if you are looking for a personal read to tap into your personal energies versus the collective, then you're going to want to go to theguidedintuitive.com here or in my description box below, and then we'll get you set. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see what's in store for you. Thank you for all that have been ordering the Beyond the Read sessions that get rid of some of those emotions that might be standing in the way on your path, and just kind of getting it into causing a lot of friction, so to speak, as it relates to your relationships, as it relates to your career, or a particular situation or life overall. Okay, so it is a beautiful thing. If you are interested in that, it's called Beyond the Read. Takes it a step further than the read itself, especially if you are recognizing patterns within yourself, patterns, that keep happening time and time again. Okay, so it's time to eradicate that. What better time to do it than before the holidays, and to be able to really take off for the new year. So again, if you're interested in that, you'll see that below my description box too. Okay. All right, so that being said, let's see what's in store for you. Many of you have been ordering, just real quick, a lot of the discovery sessions, which is to determine perhaps which service is best for you, maybe to talk a little bit about the Beyond the Read and that type of thing. But if you are interested in a complimentary opportunity to speak and maybe determine which session would be best for you, you can go ahead and get that started. It's going to be strictly audio, so it's a call, and either through Skype, or it's actually through, just our conference line. But I look forward to talking to you there. So if you are interested and you're just not sure kind of which way to go, if it's coaching, if it's a Beyond the Read session, if it's a read itself, there is a lot of different opportunities, and we can actually customize something just for you. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here's the first card. Here we go, Scorpio. Here's the first card. Where are you at right now? Okay. So here's the first card that we have. Ooh, I'm not surprised to see this for a Scorpio, okay? This is heat. This is about turning up the heat a little bit. Now, this could be, Scorpio, in a relationship, in a situation, having to do maybe with, a career, whatever that case may be. But I really feel that this is, the kind of spirit has your back a little bit. It's kind of like there's a gust of wind that's behind you. And this is an opportunity to do whatever that you've been doing, okay? Whatever that you've been thinking of. This is about taking that next step. It's like you're getting a nudge. You see the hands that from the universe that are coming out and trying to help you move forward and give you the wings to turn up the heat. Okay, so it could be as it pertains to a relationship. You need to turn up the heat a little bit more. Maybe try something different. Perhaps not just trying something different, but doing things that come from your heart. Okay, not just because you might think that the other person wants it, 100%, but also do things that come from your heart. They're authentic, right? So, and it could be both. It could be, that type of thing too. But that's what this is talking about. So I really get that, to get things moving and get things kind of trucking along a little bit, if they've been a little stale, a little, kind of stagnant a little bit, this is about turning up the heat in the current situation. So it could be as it pertains to your business, as it pertains to a career, you with that other person, or just internally in terms of your own life force and energy, turning up the heat a little bit on that. Okay, because this is about really doing what nurtures your soul and then helping it bring it into wholeness, right? So it wants to nudge you along a little bit. And it could be even perhaps, Scorpio, you taking some sort of risk. Or some sort of risk for yourself, and that can really make things much better in a current situation or a relationship. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. So let's go ahead and take a look at what that. Let's say if we add the tarot to this, I want to see what wants to come out in terms of turning up the heat. What wants to come out? This will be interesting. Okay, here it is. What is it? Wow. Yeah. Maybe before you do, you're taking a little bit of introspection and seeing how strategic Scorpio is going to go about doing so. Okay. So looking at things from a perspective, upside down, sideways, right side up, the other way. So left, right, up, or down. It's about being strategic and kind of flipping things around a little bit and to get some sort of fresher perspective from that situation or within that relationship. Okay. So do keep that in mind. But that's what I'm getting, some sort of introspection and enlightenment. What about this other person? Where are they at right now? Let's take a look at them over here. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. Here it is. Balance. So what they're looking to do is gain some sort of balance with you, okay? So this really talks about the interesting thing. You see how you've got the positive and you've got the negative? You and this relationship could be at opposites in some way, okay? But this is the thing, it's kind of like you're connected. Somehow you're connected by the universe, or you're connected in some way. And the interesting thing is there's two people that are really truly connected, heart and soul, right? But they're pulling away. So either you're not communicating right now, or you're in some sort of situation or dilemma, or something is kind of standing in the way from you coming together and really making things work. Okay. Again, it could be a relationship or a situation, could be a career. But the interesting thing is that you see the dragonfly that's right above, that's kind of soaring right through in the sky. This is about transforming this. This is about spiritual and soulful maturity that is taking place, mental maturity, mental clarity. Okay, so this is something is being transformed in this situation. Okay, so if this is the other person on this side, and that's kind of what I'm seeing. Now you might relate to this side, so I brought up Scorpio, but this is predominantly for this other person. They want to transform the situation. I think they know kind of what can maybe help in the situation. But instead of kind of going hot and cold, they want just to kind of stabilize out a little bit more. Okay, it's nice to be spontaneous. There's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. But I think they also want some balance in this relationship. And in any relationship, it takes a little bit of both. You can't just go all one side and all the other. I think that partners can actually level each other out, sometimes to put what's real, because you can't always be spontaneous, right? We got other things and other responsibilities in life that we also have to take care of, so just balancing each other out. Any type of clarification on the side in terms of that? It could be your Empress. It could be that Empress that you've had your eye on, okay? So that's what I'm thinking. Now, if not, then you're taking on this energy of being very nurturing, very loving, very artistic, focused on beauty, or you perhaps on this side, this person sees you as that, or vice versa. But yeah, this is all things beauty. The Empress is a major arcana card, right? So it just really just talks about this really just beautiful beauty. Femininity is really out here. It could be taking on feminine energy a little bit more, expressing perhaps a little bit, but that's what I see here. Let's talk about the potential challenges in this situation or relationship. So back to you over here. What are the potential challenges in this relationship or situation? And let's see what that is for you here. Here it is. Aha. Okay, I'm trying to remember who else got this too, but this would probably be, I can't remember. You guys got to check out your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus signs, your other videos, because it's going to give you some insight. But this is about surface, coming to surface. So I think that emotions are now coming to surface. They can't be denied, okay? So that's exactly what I'm seeing here. Something is going to come to the surface in this situation or in this relationship, and there's beauty in this, because it's it's blooming and it's quite colorful at the top. So this is, rather than submerging or ignoring, or that something exists. It could be a limiting belief, it could be a negative emotion of some sort, it could be a cycle that maybe if you dig down way under, that maybe you've been just trying to keep that cork below water, and this is saying, well, it's just going to pop right up. Okay, it's going to. So this is something that's coming to surface at this particular time, just so you can address it, and address it once and for all, and move on a lot lighter. Okay, so certain things can come to the surface in certain relationships or situations, and sometimes they can happen time after time again. And there you go. That's that repetitive type of cycle that you want to kind of hack. And hence beyond the read session, but this is also just really here to help you acknowledge that, and look straight at it, work through it, and then be able to move forward. Okay, so and just move forward on a much lighter pace. So that's exactly what I see here. Yeah, so it's beautiful. And I think that too, that in this thing is that this is about, look at the underlying motivations of a particular person. Okay, that's going to be key. Okay, and just be weary of how do I want to say, judge someone on the actions and the beauty that they bring into the world. Okay, it's another, for some of you, that might be a message that's coming through. Okay, so I do see that. Let me see what the tarot has to say when we clarify this. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what wants to come out on this one. Wow. Okay, so things are coming to me. It might have to do with finances. It might have to do with your stability of some sort as well. This is the Four of Pentacles. It's Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo type energy. You might have that in your chart, or that other person can have that, or you're just taking on this energy. But this is all about stability, right? This is about, stability and creating security for yourself, your family, or in this situation. So what's going to bring security for you? Letting things come to the surface, and then, kind of feeling secure, feeling that you could now, put, feel like you're grounded in some respect. But that's what I see here. How interesting. Anything else that wants to come through on this one? Potential or challenges? Let's see, your Page of Cups. You want to offer a new beginning. Are you offering a new beginning to someone? Is there a cup of love you want to offer to someone? Because this is a page. A page is about messages. So it looks like there is some sort of a synchronicity, some sort of creative endeavor. Maybe you're being creative in your approach to this other person. So that could very much well be the case. So that's what I'm seeing here. So this is kind of neat there. It's a new beginning. So it offers you a new beginning once this comes to the surface, which is kind of nice. Okay. Let's take a look at this other person in terms of their potential or challenge here. What is the potential or challenge here for this other person? Fortitude. So the potential is that you continue to use the strength, have the fortitude to move forward beyond the situation, because you have it. This person has it in them to do. Or the challenge is that they won't do that. But I really think that I think that they really have the fortitude, quite frankly. They've got all these animals on their side. You've got the wolf, which is very intuitive, right? And you've got the eagle that takes a broad view of things, not just, sorry for the glare, guys, but, it takes a broad view of the whole situation. You've got the playful sea otter that's down below. And of course, you've got protection, which is, the antlers, for the deer or whatever that is here. But this is quite interesting. It's just an interesting thing. But all within this, one thing that you're going to see, I don't know if you see this, but you see the little heart locket that he's holding here? This is heart-centered. I am going to have strength and fortitude in this relationship. I'm going to continue to have strength and fortitude, in this situation, because it's a cause that I love. It's someone that I love, and they're worth it. Okay. And I'm worth it, and I'm worthy of love. So that's particularly what this is. Maybe this person is standing in strength and courage as to where they are, because they know what they deserve, okay? And they know they're not willing to settle for less, perhaps, than they had done in the past. And they know the divine is under their protection, and they're using their intuition in this process as well. So that is something to think about, okay? And I don't want to deny, it's almost like that there is it's not a tiger. It's like I almost see, I gotta tell you, I wonder if it's, This is interesting. I don't know if, it's an animal. I don't know if it's maybe it is a tiger. To me, could be a cougar. Okay. Okay. So maybe this person's older than you. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm just saying very much well could be. Okay. And so maybe they know what they know because, that they just maybe are a little bit more mature in years than yourself. And but I feel on this side, just to let you know, Scorpio, I really feel that there's good intentions here. So for some of you, that may be the case. So not your comments below. To me, that looks like a cougar to me. Okay, all right. I'm just saying. Okay, no judgment anywhere. Okay, no judgment anywhere. But this is beautiful. All right. So let's go ahead and continue. Let's take a look. Let's just for the heck, we're going to clarify this. So I'm just going to clarify this with the tarot. Let's pop out for there here. Okay, so perhaps in the past there's been a little bit of, of control, maybe on this side, maybe just, I think that this is about really. I think they're getting rid of this if that is in place, or perhaps in this relationship, in this situation, there has been some sort of adversity, some sort of conflict. But I really think that it's about letting go of that. It's really about letting go of that, and they're really focusing on having the strength to get rid of that. I think is on this side too. But it could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you might have that in your chart. But it's not about being right or wrong. It's not about winning at all costs, right? Because do you want to be a success in this situation, or do you want to just be right? Do you want to have love in this relationship, or do you just want to be right? So that's what's kind of coming through to me in this. But I really feel that on this side, I'm feeling that this person is really overcoming this. It's been hard because there's been a lot of strife in the past. I'm just saying is what seems to be coming through. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's take a look at what we want to cover for. What do we want? Let's talk about like what you need to focus on. What is it that you need to focus on, Scorpio? What is that? What do you need to focus on? Let's see what that is. Here it is. Centering yourself. Centering yourself right now. Kind of taking that introspection that we just kind of, saw initially from that of which is hidden by this crescent moon. But this to me is about truly centering yourself, because what's going to happen is that things will flourish much better. It's almost as if you center yourself, take a step back, allow things to kind of move and to grow and flourish, it will reveal itself as well. Also, it could be that, ridding of any masks that have been unconsciously there and taking them off, okay? And I kind of feel that way because when you gain your center, you're able to kind of see, when you stop for a moment, that pause allows you to get a bit of clarity, okay? It's kind of taking a meditative moment, so to speak. But that's how I'm getting that. So it's like really centering yourself right now, balancing yourself right now as well. That's really key. And any clarification on this here? Yeah, balancing. You get the Libra scales, you get the, what is this? The 6. Yeah, 6 is about growth. So it is about that you center yourself, and sorry for the glare there, guys. You center yourself, and then you actually get the growth and then the balancing of the scales. And it could be, you might be dealing with the Libra, or you might have that in your chart, but this is about balancing your scales a little bit. Maybe you're helping someone else out, or someone's helping you out. But I think that this is about growth, because 6s talk about that, right? It's a pregnant number, meaning that there's a new birth, a new way of doing something that balances out the scales in this relationship or in this situation, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at this other person, and let's take a look at what it is. So focusing on balances for you. What is it for them? What do they need to do? What is it that they need to do? Let's see what that is, okay? Let's see what that is. Okay, what is it? Here it is. Okay, what do we got? Revolution. So your person over here is starting their own little revolution, okay? I guess if they can't beat with, if they're having some sort of kind of struggle or a little bit of a challenge in this relationship or situation, they're creating and becoming their own, they're creating their own revolution. And which just means that they're changing inside, kind of like you're centering and balancing. They're kind of whooping things up and they're changing and creating their own revolution to move things forward with or without you. Okay, and that's kind of what I'm feeling here. But I really believe that they really want it with you. Quite frankly, they really do. But at the same time, if they have to and if they must, they will continue to move forward in their own revolution, even though that things are hidden. But they'll move, towards like the bright sun. That's kind of how I feel. So that could be for some of you guys, but this is about creating their own revolution, and I think it's all about them really just not comparing you to them. I think that there is love here, but I also think that it is about it's never too late for them to live the life that they want to live or get the love that they want to give, and or to have in their life and give in their life. And so that's why they're kind of fighting for maybe a little bit of balance within this kind of thing, because that's what it's going to take for a successful relationship to be well-rounded. Okay, so that's what I see here. Yeah, it's there's no wrong way to do this. Okay, there's no set way to do this. It's just you just go. Sometimes you have to create as you go sometimes, but it's without periods of rest, planning, and and just nurturing. And there can be no particular harvest, and what this person wants is some sort of harvest in this relationship or situation. Okay, all right, let's continue and see what are your strengths. What are your strengths right now, Scorpio? What are your strengths? Here we go. Efficiency. Nice. Wow, you really are working at stuff and getting things done, and you're really focused on kind of the time situation. Okay, so you're making the most of the time that you have. This could be in work or in this relationship. But yeah, I think that you're becoming very efficient and cognizant of where you spend your time, who you spend your time with. Okay, that could be very, very key. But I think it's timing. There's a way to be efficient, and there's a way to think you're being efficient, but you're not. Okay, so this is really taking into consideration the time frame that you have right now. And I think it's just it's almost as if, I don't want to say this, it's like if there's a struggle that just really seems unnecessary, this is just saying, what, a fresh approach is needed. You're thinking of some sort of fresh approach. You're in the jungle and kind of thinking, what else can I come up with? What's my best way I can move forward? How can I change this? What way can I do this to work, for the benefit? But it's for the benefit if it's in a relationship for both of you, not just one. Okay, so do keep that in mind. If it's not in a relationship and it's a situation, then then that might be something else, to be a little bit more efficient in terms of communications and that type of thing. But maybe it's just tweaking a budget, tweaking your schedule to make something work. Something of the sort. It can be very, very little, but this is saying you can find a way, Scorpio, to do more with less. Okay, so be efficient in everything that you do right now, because that methodology can make a massive difference. So instead of just focus in on that fresh approach that you need to take in your life, that's going to make it much more efficient, so you've got more time to do the things that you want to do, enjoy the love in this relationship or situation and make the most of it. Okay, and we'll clarify with I'm going to pull another deck. Let's go. I'm going to pull another deck on this just to clarify that efficiency. Your strengths is efficiency. What else? Divine discernment. Wow. Step back to get clarity. Wow. And this is divine. The divine is actually stepping in and saying, hey, you know what? This is, you need at this time to stand back and take a look at who you have in your life, who you're missing in your life. Perhaps it could be too, and taking a discernful approach of what the people that are around you, and the food, the films, the books, and all of these things that you feed into, because on a cellular level, that does make a change. It does affect you, okay? So have some sort of divine discernment. Take a step back for clarity. It's a 13 card. 1 plus 3 equals 4, and that's about getting grounded. Okay, so this is good because this other person's doing the same thing in one way or another. Let's take a look at what the strengths are for this other person on this other side. Let's take a look at what that is. Okay, let's see what that is. It just popped out, so we're taking it. Magnetism. So this other person on this other side might have that magnetism. Okay, which is equaling up to that scorpionic, intense passion. I mean, I don't know. I think I was reading somewhere. This is a crack up, guys. I was looking at your sign and was talking about how you're some of the best shaggers with your, and I just bring this up because it has, they wrote, it was a write-up in a magazine talking about it and saying that, it's, coupled with your intensity, coupled with your passion, and coupled with your little bit of control, right? You just make the ultimate, that's what that's what they were saying, sexy partner. But you got another partner here that's got something going on too. I'm just saying, okay? So they've got some magnetism over here. Now you might relate to this side, but I'm just letting you know there is some magnetism. That magnetism also could extend not just from themselves, but also with you both. You see, there's two birds here, okay? And this is nice, so there's some sort of light and magnetism, right? It's almost as I feel like from the very beginning, you've got this same thing kind of going on. Sometimes you can be at opposites, and sometimes opposites do attract, and they can be transformed in many beautiful ways. But you can see the colors are similar, but that's what I'm seeing here. So their strength is their magnetism. So sometimes they don't have to say anything, and then just let that shine and speak for itself. Okay, so let me clarify that as if we really need to, but we're going to do that because we want to see what other insights we can get from this that might want to come out. Nice. Okay, so they're focused on stability. You might have I almost, because it's kind of coming in this way, so it could be you coming to them with a very, very slow opportunity offer. It's slow, but that's okay because it's well calculated. It means it's solid and strong, just like this horse here. It could be that you might have Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in your earth sign energy in your chart on this side, or that you're just exemplifying that, or this person might have an opportunity of someone that's coming to them, and a very kind of like a slow offer. So very interesting. What is the suggested approach moving forward? Suggested approach for you on your side, Scorpio? Divine drunkenness. This is about surrendering to the spiritual realm, and this is saying just to get those insights and drink up the insights that the universe wants to offer for you. This is beautiful. Yeah, this is really beautiful. Set these down here. So yeah, that's what this is talking about. It's a 45 card that reduces to a 9. 9 is about coming to fruition. Okay, so it's coming to fruition, and this is about drinking up the divine in all the messages that you're actually getting from the divine at this time. And it's just basically saying is that this is like becoming all that you can be and just saying yes to that, right? This is about contributing to the world and remembering your dreams, your gifts, and your talents. And this is saying is that let the divine help you and co-create with you on this. Okay, so your suggested approach is just to be high on life. Okay, be high in your life, and know that there's overwhelming beauty that surrounds you. Okay, and to get drunk on this beautiful, the blessings and all the gratitude that are within your life. This is the suggested approach because that brings in more in a relationship or in a situation. Okay, so this is divine drunkenness. Okay, so drinking up all the beautiful insights and the gems and the wonderful co-creation and flow and the yummy energy of the universe to work with you and co-create and just have an amazing time. So this is really beautiful. So divine drunkenness, if we want to clarify that, what would that look like? Let's go ahead. I'm going to pull, what does that look like? I'm going to pull another card and see what wants to come out. Here we go. Denial. Okay, so this is saying don't deny the divine, drink it in. Okay, so this is about you acknowledge your fear, but you replace it with the insight of awareness. Nice, because you're being drunk on the divine. So your suggested approach is to get that awareness, get rid of fear, and replace it with love, and and then gratitude and appreciation, and that's going to help you. What about this other person? What's their suggested approach? Let's see what cards I want to use for that. I want to use, where'd I put them? Here they are. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let's see here. So what I want to do is on the other side, what is going to be their, kind of a suggested approach. Here we go. What is it? The unknown is your friend. So this person is unsure what's going to happen, but this is saying is that let the unknown, treat the unknown as a gift. A lot of us maybe feel sometimes surprises can be kind of scary. And, a lot of us think, oh my gosh, if I don't see it and I don't know about it, I'm scared of what's it going to be. It must be something bad. It's not. That's just that's just training your mind in a different way. Flip that around and, grab the unknown by the hand and know that surprising possibilities can take place to light the fires and light the night. And this is saying to grab a hold of the unknown because the unknown is a gift right now for you. And that's what this is saying. This is beautiful, really beautiful. And then the other insights that wants to come through that from the soul's journey, we want to see what wants to come through here. That's going to help them. Health. They honor their physical vessel that actually enshrines their soul. And so they're really focusing on health, and that's going to be really, really big. So, okay, guys, so they want a healthy relationship. You're, on this side and working to balance that out. And then on your side, replacing fear with awareness from the divine, and also really centering yourself a lot, turning up the heat, letting things surface, and then grabbing that and changing that so you can move lighter on this path or in this relationship together. So I hope that this maybe resonated with you. Note your comments below. I'd like to know. And until the second half of November, namaste.